we go. And you can sort of hear the air conditioner, but oh well. Alright, so, hello and welcome. Happy Sunday. Hopefully you all had a good... something like... It says that I'm streaming. I've been live. And YouTube is going. But Twitch isn't going? I don't know. Anyway, so this was just some work that I started, but it's not really much of anything. You can see the bones of another even deeper idea here with the double disc and Z-Rod, whatever. So let's make some trees. Again, why offline? Twitch, why do you think I'm offline? No notifications. I don't think it's not care about that. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I don't understand. Well, what if I just go to... So right now I'm looking at my my dashboard. My dashboard is saying that I'm offline. If I just go to twitch.tv/RealAtomsk, am I online? Am I offline? So you say that I'm offline, huh? I really dislike that. Oh. No. So... what's going on then? Twitch. Why do you think I'm not online? Not that. Okay, so if I go to here. Now I've forgotten, where do I... CloudPod? Ah. I mean, I should probably look into CloudPod, but, you know, that, at some point, you know, like, right now, not an issue. But I've forgotten where I go to check the dang where I put my stream code in. I'm like losing my mind. Where is it? You know? There we go. There's like I was just looking for a gear here. Stream. Yes, okay, so we're gonna have to go down probably this path here. Let's go to Restream.io. probably why we're having issues. I forgot password. Alright, this power surge, which has, like, it disrupted so much stuff. Send the password. Oh. Social. I don't know why you sent me this, because I've never streamed on a Monday, or a Saturday before, but okay. Hopefully, yeah, of course. There we go. Hopefully you can't see what I'm typing. Because this is my only thought that I think is causing the issue, is that my Twitch, you know, when you tell me that you're going to log me in and then immediately take me to the login page, okay, good, I got to log in. I was concerned there that I typed in the correct password twice, and then I was about to type. Yeah, so why are we sending data? What's wrong with you? I don't want to delete the channel, but I do need to get this figured out. Successful start. NA. Restart. 70. What the heck? I don't... Channels and videos. Show. Yeah, I understand. Okay, well, let's go back this way. We're going to delete this one. Yeah, delete it, that's fine. We will add a channel. Twitch. Connect. Yes, authorize. Still offline, huh? I don't know. I'll fix it. Check it. It's just frustrating. Like, I don't understand. All on. Like, it pulled, so you can't see it in here, but it pulled the right thing here, so, because it's coming up under creative and coming under how to and style, and I should do this. Connect to Twitter and Discord stuff. And, but again, I think maybe is like Twitch nobody live right now on Twitch? I mean, that just seems like literally unbelievable. Like, I mean, here's a person that I follow, they're online right now. So I don't know why I'm not online. Yeah, okay, so, like, other people work. But for me, I'm not online. I don't get it. Like, I don't get what's going on. Why am I not online? All my settings are good. I don't know why on Twitch I'm offline. Well, I am sorry that we're not going to get into a lot of art at this moment, but I got to get Twitch online, because if anyone logs in... Is Twitch not working? No, not Twitch down. Okay, let's start at the beginning here. Assume that I made a basic mistake. Help.twitch.tv. Okay, see, but this doesn't answer that question. Yeah, showing hidden files, that's cool, but... No, see, I didn't install the app. Okay, so I'm gonna just end this. Oh, Twitch is currently experiencing issues with going live. Hey. Okay. God, I feel better. In fact, I'd change it, but I can't tell if there's anyone here. Anyway, we're investigating. So this was 7:25. So basically, as soon as I hit go, we're investigating issues with impacting thumbnails and streamers going live. Well, that's very annoying. I don't know if... So I don't know if there's anyone in chat, because I'm not online. Or, I mean, can there be people in chat? I should put an update on the Facebook thing. It's probably where most of the people get my updates. I mean, I suppose on the other hand, it does. Okay. I feel better that it's not just me. I am going to. Should come back now. Bounces on the way. Well, that's just very annoying. Alright, well, I don't know. It's very frustrating. Like, I mean, I will, I suppose, do stuff. Because, you know, I don't know. I was just looking forward to having a chat with, some peeps. Finish off the last of my dinner beer. Talk about this idea here, this double disc. Show off to Michael that I figured out how to turn the thing off. Let's do a little zoom ski. Not this. What's wrong? Focus. Become focused. I think we will do something around here. No, I want this. So we're gonna just kind of make a little. It's like a rock in the ground. It's prone to a lot of mudslides, this area. Come on, let's check it out. Let's do this. Bag here. If we're gonna do it that way, though, I don't need so much space on the end here. There we go. Nice little quick face type of a deal. So this was the idea that I had for making the roots. So sort of the one thing, like I like parts of how this turned out. I didn't quite like how the roots turned out because they look so regular compared to the tree. So I thought of a nice idea to give it more like a growing over the rocks type of a feeling. And so that idea was to, I don't know who I'm talking to, but you know, I'm gonna keep talking anyway. It was to make like a couple of blocks. And then that becomes how I set up where the grid goes. So now I've got, you know, an interesting shape. Or, you know, base for a shape. Again, a lot of this stuff is, as I've said many, many times, it is merely a guide. And guides can be broken. I think a lot of these like 2 tile wide pieces make a nicer, like, creeping root type structure. Hopefully you all sort of agree with me on that. Now, I don't know if... Well, I know if somebody shows up, they won't be able to see these messages that I posted. But I don't know if you show up now, if you can chat. Four by 4. That's an awkward one to try and make a nice pattern in. 3 by 8. 8 by 3, however you want to say it. Something like that. Kind of cool. Yeah, why not? Something like that. Looks good, I think. I probably should be even more similar. Like, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you're wondering why I'm doing it this way, so a quick rule of thumb that I've heard, and I have... Oh, hey, I'm live! Woo! It's fixed. But, it's fixed, but I feel like I'm having a whole bunch of issues here because now everyone who's been sitting there trying to be live has suddenly all become live. So Twitch is like freaking out. Anyway, but so I heard a thing, and I have no reason to disbelieve it. But a quick rule of thumb is that trees have similar amount, similar mass above ground. So whatever, like the amount of tree you see above the ground is very close to the amount of tree that's below the ground. What's Facebook trying to tell me? Or I already saw a comment. Okay, well, it loaded a thumbnail. It does say that I'm live, but it also still says that I'm offline. So I don't quite know what's going on. But so if I'm using these, then I should probably endeavor to use a couple of them on the tree. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, so it is just. I can't count. Whatever. Two, three, because this. See why that does not work the way that I thought it did, because this one goes up here. No, why not like maybe this guy? Only three. Small branch. Two. I'm also trying to like break away from. So I can add stream markers, so clearly I'm not offline. It says I've only been streaming for 5 minutes, but that's a different thing. I'm gonna refresh, see what happens. Hey! One viewer, online, everything seems to be going good. And this is 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 by 8, right? You know, I already believe I talked about this. One, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So this one, it's got a nice tall feeling to it, so when you go over here, this one is pretty self-explanatory. This one was growing up and growing over, similar, and then dropping way down. I think this is a nice, a cool way to tie the structures together as well. The same way? Because I could go here. I think that's a little more thematically consistent. Yeah. Let's start up here and start adding in the links. So you may have noticed this, and I should have done it first, but this is going to be 2 chords there, but it's also going to end up being tied up. Like this is probably going to branch out to go in this guy, and also probably this way as well. So it's going to go 2 ways. And then this one's going to branch off, and then it's going to just end over here, and then this one will do a similar thing over there. Yeah, see again, that's definitely something. Can't have that. So if I take this out, then it comes this way. Obviously, I gotta do the same down here. Sorry. Way off the bottom of the page here. Hello and welcome. Sorry if you tried to come in earlier and nothing was working. Twitch was pooping itself, apparently. But that's been sorted out, and it wasn't a Steve-related issue. Where does this guy go then?
I could stay like this, forever following you. Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are. You're a dream that I could find.
Okay, it's one chord. That's good. Yeah, it was annoying, but whatever. Is what it is.
I just want us to always be.
Or is that like a... Is that an emoji like blowing a noisemaker, like going in a party hat? Because I can't tell. It could also, if you told me it's an emoji with like a hot water bottle heater thing on its head, then I'd believe that too.
Let's stay here. Let's stay here in love. Let's stay here. Let's stay here in love.
It's just very small, so that's all. Like, I also say hello. Like, it's very tiny on the screen, so that's why I wasn't quite sure what it was. So you have fun at the wedding yesterday? That's fine. Yeah, I saw that snap from Abigail. Still drunk at 10 o'clock this morning. Is Abby still a little hungover? Under. Okay. I mean, I assumed you were around for the Abigail being drunk part. You climbed it out? That sounds like a good way. Did Abigail get in some philosophical fights with anybody? It's called No Copyright Music YouTube channel, which means occasionally you get a lot of Christmas music. I mean, that's my go-to. If I don't feel good, I would like to lift up a heavy object and then place it back down until I feel better. Exactly. Oh, let's start putting some ink on this guy. This guy should actually be. I don't think so, no. Why? Were you about to talk about some drug stuff? Sure. Jamel? Exactly. Oh, it's so I figured out how to turn this thing off. This thing. But now it keeps like trying to automatically detect faces. So because I keep seeing like a white box appear in the corner of my eye, down over there, I'm like, what the heck is that? And that's what that is. Oh, I have a third viewer, so that could be Mother. don't. It's not. And I think the person is Bloodluster, is the person that just started watching, but it's not a name I recognize. I can't rule it out being a Twitch bot. I think with a name like Bloodluster, probably a good bet that it isn't. So Riot Fest this year was really good. In my humble opinion.
The real deep down you is the whole universe.
Trying for more chunky corners this time. So I went to see The Who. Those guys. They're Mongolian. And they rocked it. Riot Fest went with the bold strategy of no translator, and these guys spoke no English. And that's probably not actually fair to say. They probably did speak some English, but they did not speak probably enough. Well, they didn't speak enough English to feel confident, I guess, talking to the crowd. They basically were like, "Hello, Chicago. We're The Who. Get ready to rock." And he was able to say last song. Otherwise, everything else they said was lyrics, and it was in Mongolian. Hell yeah. Like I said, they rocked it. See, I already like this. See how there's only one path up this way? Which means that unless there's another loop down here, this has to come up and finish this off. So. Things that you start to notice. Probably don't want that. But so that was the first. Oh, I'm just having internet. That's why it's. That was the first band that we saw. We got there real early, actually, because they were one of the first bands to start playing. So we. Yeah. So then Testament was good. Obviously, probably you assumed. Testament just killed it. Just some extremely good thrash metal, very, very in the feel of Riot Fest. Wu-Tang, also a good show. Saw a random one. I'm not sure how you would say it. PVRIS? Purpose? Yeah, I mean, these guys. PVRIS, so however you say it. I couldn't hear what they had said on how to pronounce it, so. But that was one we were just sort of waiting. So we just kind of camped out waiting for Wu-Tang, and they were on the stage before Wu-Tang was, so we listened to them. And that was, like I said, a surprise hit. A band I hadn't heard of that I enjoyed. I loaded it up to Spotify, and I've been listening to them. Not here, obviously, because I don't want to get content ID matched and banned and stuff. It could be like Purist. You're not potentially wrong. And then, well, I'm sure if you talk to Dan, he will have told you Slayer should have stopped touring 2 years ago when they were on their last tour. And Dan had... Sure. Like, I'm not the biggest Slayer fan, but, when I can tell that you're not playing your songs correctly, like, I don't even know, like, the best way to describe it. The music got away from them. Here, where is it, where's that test page that I did a while back with trees on it? How deep in this stack could it be? And this seems too deep. This is way archaeological evidence would point that it's not this. Where did I put it? Yes, probably. If you tell me what to do, then yes. If you just assume that I know what you mean when you say you're going to video in, then probably no. Oh, we had 4 for a second. Well, one of the viewers, I believe, is just watching but does not have a profile. Where do I want to come in on this guy? Like, here's the obvious one. I think I might actually want to. Hold this corner like up here. There's a little video icon next to messages. I don't see it. I've got like the emoji thing, chat settings, and manage moderation settings. On the video preview, I've got a clip, settings, mute, unmute, pause. Oh, yeah, that. That's because I'm broadcaster. See? That's why. Just put that there for now. Now, I know there's a way to do like group streaming on Twitch. I just don't know how to do it. Because I've never had enough people online at once to facilitate such a thing. But it exists somewhere, somehow. Snapchat from Abigail. Meow. Gigi looks annoyed. What have you done to annoy Gigi? I did check my snaps. I don't know what like the delay on this is, so. Ah, because it's warm. And you're giving it attention, and she wants your attention. Alright. Say 1 when you hear this. Hell yeah. GG is smooth and soft and cats. Alright, so it's like a minute delay. You say that assuming that the video won't also be, like, delayed by a minute. Ooh. Yeah. What have you decided for food? Something tasty? Nice. It's been so long since I've had it. Extreme gel. So what do you think of my new tree meta on how to make trees? Thank you. I've never been let down by a place called Himalaya, so... It's held true in multiple countries now. Thank you. Yeah, I just, so I don't know how long you were on when I was talking about the way I came up with this layout. So on this one that I had done, like, I liked parts of how this all turned out. But I didn't really like just how uniform the routes look. So for this one, I just kind of made these boxes and then put grid work in here, and then took this grid work from here and put it out and around, because the amount of tree that you see above ground is about equal to the amount of tree that there is below ground. So if I've got this much knotwork down here, I should try and have similar amounts of knotwork up here. Don't know if I was going for whimsy, but that's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Fiber twig. Oh! Yeah, I remember this game. You know there's like a bunch of them. I guess. Nine o'clock. So should start finally getting snaps from Dan now that I believe he's leaving Riot Fest. Now, what the heck did I do here? Okay, so you go this way. And you go up this way. Okay. I don't know. No, I don't. I do know. There was the YMCA Wall of Death. Then the Raconteurs were today. There's like one other band Dan was talking about seeing. That I don't remember. What the heck did I do here? Because there's... Where are you coming from? This is a bop. This is Messiah by Rocco. I mean, most of these royalty-free ones are really, they're chiptune type stuff. Oh, this is where it goes. It goes this. Oh, that's awkward. Okay. I see. I also see why I forgot where the hell it went. So this guy goes here. Then this guy is going to go like this. And up and over. Still too far. Just a squish. Oh, this is what you get for adjusting with your camera angle. Mess everything up. Back to 4. But yeah, I don't know. I think winning tickets to Riot Fest is the way to go to Riot Fest. Probably unsurprising, winning tickets is better than having to spend money on buying tickets. Hot take of the century right there. Alright, so there was a website, well, not was, still is a website, Do312, and they're like, hey, for $50, do you want to sign up for our More program? Every month you get 2 tickets to something, and increased chance to win tickets to events. So you know those things like, if you like us on Facebook, you'll get 1 entry type of a deal. If you are a member of Do 312, your entry counts for 10 entries right off the bat. But they pick pretty good shows for tickets. Now, I feel like I haven't been getting, like, I don't think I got any in June or July, but the, even if the only tickets that I got for this thing were from, were for Chicago Open Air and Riot Fest, like, that's still, you know, $500 worth of free tickets. So, incredibly good deal of that $50. Go down. Hopefully that explanation made some sense. You know, I was concerned that I was gonna somewhere create a single loop, and I did. It was a lot of dough. I mean, sometimes you just get the dill flavor, like the packet, and you're like, it's okay. But then you go and get the fresh dill for your pickles, and then you're like, man, never again the dill seasoning. Just get a whole chunk of dill and toss it in there. You know, this music library has 400 some songs in it, but I feel like for the 100 or so hours I've been listening, I have only heard 20 of them. Or they all sound very similar, and so it's very difficult to tell offhand if it's a song I haven't heard or a song that I have heard. I'm willing to accept that it's that second one, but... Oh, but that King Crimson show, though, that was good. I was gonna be kind of like a little upset because in the beginning, I don't know, like it didn't. I was kind of not feeling it. I'm just like, I don't know. I've kind of heard, like, I get that they're like some of the first bands to do it. You know, the whole just endless prog rock type of thing. But I'm like, there's been a lot of bands that have done it. Being first isn't necessarily the best, like makes you the best at it. But after about 1.5 songs, I was on the King Crimson train. And was definitely feeling it. They had a lot of saxophone, which is not really a sound that you hear a lot. I mean, I know I say that while we're listening to a song with saxophone, but I don't think someone actually plays this saxophone. I'm fairly certain that this is just a you know, like a music soundboard. But as the concert went on, you're just like, oh, so many songs that I know and like and have listened to over and over and over endlessly. You can sort of trace the history back to things that were done in the King Crimson oeuvre. It wasn't necessarily like the sax. It's the voice that the saxophone has. Like, their saxophone was like, you got lots of these like pastel blues and greens out of the voice, and that's just not a color palette that comes up. Once you start to get into the 80s, you know, these pastel colors don't show up anymore, and it's all a lot more harsh. And you sort of, if you listen to Italian power metal, they have that pastel kind of primary color feel, but they carry it with the voice in a very like operatic manner. Or, to put it in a different way, very much Guardians or Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Because I was thinking, you know, power metal, more, you know, Nordic or Egyptian, not super duper Arthurian, but in space. No, it's not. It's not. Well, I don't know anything about Egyptian metal. I'm talking about like sounds. You know, like certain sounds are very, you know, make you think of golds and oranges and sand dunes and things like that. What's it when you like put your thumb along a hi-hat and so you get that where you're just pushing it, or like similar to a tambourine when you push it across the you know the technique I'm talking about though. Because you get, you know, sound and color, and then once, if you've got color, then you can make shapes by changing how the sound moves around, so you can get different shapes. I mean, Darude does not make me think of a sandstorm. Like, it makes me think of a storm, but not a sandy one. Like, for as much as I like the song, the color, like, it sounds like it's a storm of garbage. Like a twister hit a trailer park, and there's just, you know, garbage flying everywhere. And I say that as someone who just really, really likes the sound. But like an actual sandstorm, not so much. No, well, yeah, I'd go with that. Alright, well, let's get some color on, because I suspect I'll be able to finish this. You know, maybe it's a good thing that Twitch went down. I wouldn't have had enough content to take me all the way to 10 o'clock. Probably want to see what I'm doing. And like this here is, I don't know. It's very generic, you know, like this royalty-free music station. None of the songs really have hooks or anything. They just kind of exist to be in the background. So they don't have much color or anything. They're like McDonald's, the McDonald's of music. I don't know. I have less markers than I have colored pencils. And colored pencils, the colored pencils that I have are, well, theoretically they should be archival. So that means that the color's not gonna change over time, like I shouldn't get wax bloops. Which is the big difference. If you're wondering why a unicorn, I don't see that. How? But if you're wondering why this box of 48 colored pencils is $60, that's the reason why. Is that these colors shouldn't change over time. Plus, markers make my paper curl because this isn't paper for markers. I've never used them, so don't know. But this is definitely not the right paper if I wanted to do something like that. I need to go get watercolor paper. Plus, it's just very mentally relaxing to just color it in like that. Should have a shift here. That would have been clever. I'll do it for these other pieces, but... Yeah, that's very true. This year, I should not have a lack of ideas for potential Christmas gifts. Still not sure how you thought this might have been a unicorn, though. I could. You are correct. Thought has crossed my mind. You'll like this one, Ab, for one specific reason. I mean, how many images do you think are in modern adult coloring book? I'd have to go get up and look at the couple that I have. It's like 30, right? Does that seem like a good amount? Really? 64? That seems like a lot, though. I think it's closer to 32. I mean, yeah, do you have a couple of them? Why not, like, do you have them nearby? I suppose I could just pull it up. You can tell my phone's listening to me because it's like I go to Amazon to look this thing up. It's like, have you thought about a Fitbit recently? Because you heard me talking about a Fitbit. Coloring book for adults. Adult coloring book. Stress relief and animal design. Just how many pages? Well, yeah, I guess you're right. It's 50-ish. On this one example. Oh, this one's 60. And then Amazon sells them for $6. Or you can buy it used for $2. Not even sure exactly what that means. I feel like I needed a route to like come over here. You know, like have this guy come in, do a little spirally thing. That's the nice thing is that I can do that. Look a little awkward, but it's much more balancing. I mean, I already want it to look like it's falling over this way, but without this, I think it looked like it was falling over too much that way. What are you snapping me up? Ooh, looks yummy. Mom? Did you mean to go nom on that last snap there, Ab? Sort of figured. So do you have... Yeah, I mean, for a while I did have visual SMR, whatever that tag is. I don't think it brought anybody in. Yeah, it's just visual ASMR. As far as I'm aware, nobody, for like the 2 weeks that I was using it, it did not attract anybody, so... Or it didn't attract anyone long enough for me to figure out if they were here because of that tag. Because usually I will see my view count has, my number of viewers has gone up, and I will say hello, and then it will just immediately go back down to 1 during the day normally. Yeah, and if only I had a voice that lent itself to ASMR. Actually, you know... Yes. I think this is one of my favorite greens to use. The dark green. Like, it's not particularly dark, but it is very green. But then I guess this is their regular green, so... Well, that's pale green. I don't think I have an actual, like... Is this just regular green? Yeah, grass green, but... I don't have a regular green. Dark, pale, and grass.
me. Then we gon' go another day when we don't disagree. And when the sun's shining, regardless if you do believe. Hey, still awake in the morning when I see your face. Need you more when you go, I need you more every day. Keep a foot on the brake in case I lose all control. Yeah, so baby, don't lose control. I'm focused on you, baby. Lately, you've been in my aim. I've been reaching out for you, and still they're so far away. Looking through the smoke in the mirror. Crazy how I see you so clear. Crazy how I see you so clear. And how you make me smile. And how you make me smile. Oh, yeah. And how you make me smile. Oh, baby, how you make me smile. Smile more when I see you. Smile less when I miss you. No, I don't wanna be left alone. Oh no. Smile more when you come back. Smile more when I see you. Smile more when the sun shines bright. Believe me, I need you. Smile more when you blow me up. Smile more when I see your face. Smile more when I feel love. Smile less when I need to let go. Let go. Smile less when I let go. You know I won't go.
Medium gray. Yeah. Snap from Dan. Possibly a snap that he sent at like 1. I mean, it certainly was from much earlier. I mean, there's no signal there at Riot Fest. And you can see everything else I've ever worked on slowly appear in the Well, that situation has not gotten better. It is the same, if not worse, this year than it was last year. I don't think that's a government drone, though. I just think that's a event organizer drone. Well, I say that it's someone from the event because you're not allowed to bring professional recording equipment in there. Oh, speaking of, saw a dude get tackled by security. He was shouting frantically into a 90s flip phone, or not 90, like early 2000s flip phone. So I think he was dealing drugs because who these days is using like I don't even know. It's not a Razr as a flip phone, but like it looks like it's a $30 Walmart prepaid phone. That's just a number pad and a flip screen, no color display, just like whatever the Nokia phone was, but with the flip version rather than the brick. But he got cuffed and pulled away by event security, so I don't know what he was doing, but they didn't like it. I mean, I guess. He was wearing, like, some ripped up jeans and a wife beater. And this burner of a phone. You know, I probably should have made this blue the same blue. Oh well. Probably should have this position so you can see what I'm doing. Cool. Alright, well. We are done. Hopefully it invokes a tree, you know, hanging over the edge of a precipice. That's what I was going for. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. with more art, though of the digital variety. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Always nice for people to be here. Please share my art everywhere and with everybody that you meet. You gotta spam it out there. Most sites don't like you putting your own work up there, but if you can get a dedicated group of people to post your stuff for you, then suddenly you can get your own subreddit in Discord. But if you do it yourself, then you're just self-promoting. Whatever. Take a quick picture. Cool. Yeah. Alright. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. More art. Come watch.